guys? So a lot of you may remember the video that I posted, maybe like around September, October, where I was sharing with you how my students did not know what an HBCU was. So what did I do as a professor? I challenged them and I gave them a homework assignment. I told them to go home, give me 12 HBCUs, when they were founded, where they were founded, and some notable people who graduated from these institutions. Because it made no sense for us to be this close to the AUC and not even know the resources that are at our fingertips. All right? So I can say my semester started off quite educational. I wasn't expecting it, but as a professor, you got to be prepared for the unexpected. And I'm quite sure that I'm going to have more students come in who don't even understand what an HBCU is or why it's so important, especially for the Black community. Going on a little bit further, I had a chance to work with Porter Performing Arts Center here in Covington, Georgia, and I was a co-host for the Lighting of the Square, which is an annual thing that Covington has been doing for quite some time. And because Oxford has never participated in it, I'm like, why not? It's great to be a part of the community. So, yeah. And then we go over to our fall concert where I brought some of my boys, and I had Larry, I had Brandon, and I had Justin. And so we added a little bit of sauce to one of the songs. That's pretty common, Siyahamba, or We Are Singing for the Lord is Our Light. Now, I learned this in undergrad, but I wanted to add a little bit of something to it so that way the students didn't quite only just get what was written on paper, but they had those who could hear things that weren't transcribed and to add in the flavor that the paper was pretty much missing. All right. They are the cultural bearers of this music. And so it's our job to share this and bring this experience into the educational space. Then we had our Christmas concert, which was a collaboration with me and Professor McNeil, which was quite fun as well. So to further this experience of the HBCU awareness, I didn't want my students to just only read about it, but I wanted to take them to the place where it actually was established. So in January, Oxford Chorale participated in the concert with Spelman, Morehouse, Clayton State, and one of the local churches of the area. And it was so amazing.
And black cakes. Bread was the midnight. Clang, crack, and cry. Clang, crack, and cry. Clang, crack, and cry of death and fury filled the air and trembled underneath the stars which her fire pointed silently to me. And all this was to say the queen of free men.
And of course, I referenced, Bill Cosby's, whenever Felicia Rashad sang Seek Ye First, because that is the place where it was just right. Seek Ye First. I can literally hear her singing it now. But anyways, though, so that was one of the highlights of the spring semester. One of the courses that I taught is case studies in hip hop lyrics. Now, this is important because this is the 50th year of hip hop. And so what better way to do it than to bring in the people who were actually a part of this genre? So what I did was I called in some help from my boy DJ Jeff Brown. And if you don't know him, check him out. He is such an influential figure within this era of music. And then also he called in his buddy, Rashad Smith, who was a producer. And if you do not know who Rashad is, which I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know a lot about him before he came in. But as I was doing my research, I was like, dude is bad. But I had them to come in and do some work. Check it out.
Been brothers ever since then. And, I started my producing and I lived in Brooklyn, right in the heart of downtown Brooklyn. And my house was like the stop shop for everybody to come to my house. Like all of the rappers, producers.
Even jazz musicians, like
Jazz
some,
musicians,
yeah.
jazz musicians.
I'm Rashad Ringo Smith, and I've been producing, I would say a little, definitely over 30 years.
Yeah.
I might not look it, but definitely I've been producing.
And then pushing it a little bit further, I had my guy, Dr. Patton, come in with my boy, Jamel, and, you know, we just talked.
So when you think about your branding, it's important to realize that, yeah, what you see as magic, don't ever take that, for granted. How can you capture that?
Studying different people, refining your art, refining your skill, mastering your skill. That's what that's all about. You hear, even with Kanye, he made 3 beats every day for 5 summers.
But I also really enjoyed when my guy, Professor A.D. Carson, came in and talked.
White supremacy is not something that is only, like sort of doled out or facilitated by white bodies, white minds, white thinking, white writing. It is it finds a very, very productive conduit in Black bodies.
What I realize is that a professor, I don't have the answers to it all. I just don't. I know what my lane is, and I stay in my lane. And I'll try different things from time to time. But there are people who study this stuff, so why not bring them into the educational space? So I'm glad that I was able to partner with these people so that way they can hear it from them firsthand, because that's how we learn. So with all of this great stuff that's going around, life happened.